Hey everyone, and welcome back to another updated RuneScape 3 quest guide. Today, we are accomplishing the Void Stairs Back quest. This is a Grand Master, members-only quest, and the skill requirements are 80 magic, 78 attack, 78 strength, 71 firemaking, 70 construction, 70 crafting, 70 smithing, 55 summoning, and 25 defense. The required items are 1 hard leather, 1 limestone brick, 1 logs, regular, and 8 free inventory spaces. The recommended items for this quest are high-level food, armor and weapons, melee is preferred, otherwise you will need 2 different attack styles, and also prayer potions. To start this quest, talk to Captain Karasi, who is at Falador Park. She will be happy to see you and remark how you have managed to infiltrate the Black Knight's forest multiple times by wearing nothing but a guard's outfit 3 times. That means that you are the person to go investigate the fortress for clues on the waxwood boxes of leech goo. She will then give you a special set of Black Knight armor, which are bugged, and which will record movement and speech so that Savant may rescue you should something go wrong, and accept the mission. Now, head north of Falador, or teleport to the Edgeville Lodestone, and head west to the Black Knight's fortress. Equip your Black Knight armor. This will be needed to be worn while fighting, although additional armor can be equipped in other slots. When you enter, you will be called by an angry Commander Colby, who will criticize you for being an hour late. He will then teleport you to the Black Knight's base in Taverley Dungeon, and he will only teleport you once, so if you have to go back for any reason, you must go through Taverley Dungeon. If you are killed in the Black Knight's base in Taverley Dungeon before the Pest Queen is summoned, you will have to travel back there by foot, and the base is located deep in the dungeon, with most of the quest taking part in even more in a remote set of rooms. Once you arrive in the Taverley Dungeon, speak to Captain Gilroy next to you, and he will automatically send you through the big metal door, where a fellow team member has already set up. Behind it is a room with some crates. You will see Gilroy ordering the other Black Knights to open the door, which will electrocute and kill him. First surprise, Gilroy will command you, the recruit, to fix the door but not to touch it. Try to take any crate. You will remark that the label is positioned in a funny way and tell the captain. The crates contain weights, and these must be placed in a certain order on the balance scale on the wall to open it. Gilroy concludes that the crates have been sabotaged by someone, thus making every knight kill themselves, since they will all get the code wrong. Gilroy will ask you to hand him some weights so that he, with his miscellaneous farmer skills, can decide which one is heavier in order to unlock the door. Search the crates and get blocks from every crate. The easiest tactic is to find the first block that is lighter than all of the others. Put it apart and find the lightest block of the remaining ones. Put that one next, then the next one, and repeat these steps. When you know the order, talk to Gilroy and choose the option, I think I've got it, and follow the labeling of the new blocks above. The block labeled 2 weighs 4. The block labeled 3 weighs 2. The block labeled 4 weighs 6. The block labeled 5 weighs 3. And the block labeled 6 weighs 5. After you told Gilroy the right order, he will tell you to correct the scales on the door, and today's passcode is 15. Select Balance Scale on the wall to the right of the door, and input the correct code given above. After you accomplish this, the door will unlock, and you can prepare to the next room. Prepare for a fight. Now open the door and enter the room. You will be ambushed by a group of pests, which Captain Gilroy will fight the Defiler, while the Black Knight cowers in the corner. You will have to fight 4. A Torcher, a Brawler, a Shifter, and a Spinner. These fight as they do in Pest Control, except they are much stronger than their levels suggest. The Spinner will continually heal the other 3 very rapidly, so take that one out first. The Shifter will move a distance away from the player and teleport swap positions with the pest that the player is currently attacking. The Brawler obstructs player movement, as in the Pest Control activity. And the Torcher shoots magic while having the Protect from Ranged prayer active. It can also activate Protect from Magic. These prayers give it 100% protection, so it is recommended to kill this with melee. If you die during the fight, the bugged black armor will not be dropped on the floor, and you will have to collect it from Captain Karasi again. Pick up the security blocks that the pest dropped. There are 4 blocks, and Gilroy gives you another one after speaking to him, but one is broken. Speak to Captain Gilroy. He will tell you to fix the block at the forge in a northwest room. Unfortunately, the forge has been destroyed and thus must be repaired. Exit your current room to return back to the Black Knight Fortress and head northwest until you find the forge. Investigate it, and you will need a limestone brick, a hammer, and a piece of hard leather to fix it. Gilroy tells you that all of the items can be found in the base, and search the crate in the same room as the forge. After adding your logs to the fire after you fix it, you can now light the forge. Put the broken block in the forge, and you obtain a 4th security block. Head back to the room with Captain Gilroy and place the 4 blocks in their holes, the order does not matter, in the western wall. The security door can now be opened, and if you log out or teleport before you open the security door, your progress is saved and enemies you have killed will remain dead. Enter the next room and click on the control panel on the western wall. And Gilroy will remark that, after the first 2 rooms, he suspects that it has been sabotaged as well. Select to search it for magical traps. After disarming the trap, open the panel and talk to Gilroy again. You will need to solve another puzzle. Drag the tiles into the panels, and you will need to make a horizontal line spanning all 3 panels, but also fill in all of the other empty spaces. A possible solution is given here above. Once you've completed the puzzle, you can open the door. Now it's time to enter the next room, where you will receive a cutscene. A portal is discovered, and your true identity is revealed to Lord Decarius. Reinforcements arrive in the form of Sir Tiffy, Karasi, and Jessica, who, thanks for your bugged armor, were able to bypass the security systems. You manage to convince Decarius to join forces, and more Temple Knights, Black Knights, White Knights, and Void Knights will teleport in, and the parties agree to unite under the leadership of the player. Talk to Karasi to receive the Karasi's sword. Talk to Commodore Tyre, then step into the portal, and you will arrive in an underground temple. Another cutscene will start. It reveals that Wizard Melville Greyzag, Jessica's professor at the Wizard's Tower, is behind the pest manipulations and plans to gain revenge against his enemies, basically everyone, by summoning the Pest Queen. Greyzag is not quite ready and sends a force of splatters to attack, forcing a cave-in on the area where the player was standing, and you take shelter in a nearby cave. While the others attempt to make a way out, you must play a modified game of Conquest against the AI-controlled pest force. You must command your own troops, one at a time, and defeat all enemies on the battlefield. This game is safe, and if you lose, you will return to the cave with all of your items, and you can try it again. You have a slight advantage, as the pests cannot use commands such as Battle Cry or Regenerate, and you will have standard units, but the opponent has special pest troops. Ravagers, that have 300 health and 300 damage, have the movement range of scouts and damage rate of a knight. They can easily destroy your party if they are not dealt with swiftly, so they should be a top priority. The Shifters, 200 health and 200 damage, are less of a threat than other units and can be tanked if need be. However, watch your 100 life point units. The Defilers have 200 health and do 200 damage and are similar to mages. The Spinners have 800 health and do 100 damage and are similar to champions in that they are very powerful. They do not heal their units, which is what Spinners do in the pest control. The Torchers have 100 health and do 100 damage and are similar to archers. The Splatters, 600 health and do 100 damage, will explode and deal 100 life points of damage to any adjacent unit that is within 1 square on death. However, they can also move next to a friendly unit and suicide for the sole reason of doing damage. This game has a fair amount of randomness in its play and does not always make what seems to be the best move. One winning strategy is to line up all of your units near the back of the playing field, not advancing towards the enemy, and destroy the enemy units as they get close in to fight. Make sure to use the commands at your disposal any time that you can, because they all have a regeneration time. Use Regenerate to heal powerful units that become damaged. The champion and halberdier are worth healing. All the others are not. Use Battle Cry to buff up the attack of your units so they can destroy enemy units. And as with Regenerate, the champion, halberdier, and the mage can all be worth buffing. With this command, the champion can often take out a single unit in a single hit. The halberdier can hit hard from 2 squares away while being out of retaliation range of 1 range units. And the mage can inflict 400 damage several squares away. The charge doubles a unit's movement and is less useful, but can be used to pick off distant units on occasion, although the charging unit will be vulnerable if other nearby enemies attack. Once you have defeated the opponent, enter the door at the end of the room, and a cutscene will start. The first thing that you will notice is that Valuta is not a metaphor, but a guardian of Guthix in the form of a giant tortoise. Wizard Greyzag is very close to summoning the Pest Queen, and he needs to sacrifice someone to complete the ritual. He leaves this decision on who to save, Karasi or Jessica, to you. He says he will kill both if you don't choose. If you save Jessica, Karasi will be slain by the nearby pest drones. And if you save Karasi, Greyzag will kill Jessica with a Saradomin strike. After killing the one that the player decided not to save, Greyzag summons the Pest Queen from the portal in the middle of the room. And Karasi and Jessica, depending on who you saved, manages to close the portal by exploding the food goo, badly injuring herself in the process. Unfortunately, the Pest Queen has already managed to slip through. You can ask Valuta for assistance. She will respond that she is too weak to do anything. She will, however, answer questions on how to fight the Pest Queen. Make sure this part is completed before you bank or gear up, because if you don't, Sir Tiffany will not be able to teleport you back into the chamber. Before continuing, bank and gear up for the final battle of the Pest Queen. You do not have to wear the Black Knight's armor any longer, and your primary weapon will be the Karasi sword, so you should also use an offhand weapon so that you can use extra abilities such as Destroy. In particular, you will need to be frequently using the Karasi sword special attack, which requires 10% adrenaline, to prevent the Queen's charge attacks, as these cause 4,000 life points of damage to you and the archers around you, as well as healing the Queen. As for fighting the Pest Queen, she has 2 styles of attack, melee and magic, which can hit both over 1,500. While meleeing attack the Pest Queen, it is advisable to protect from melee prayer, as that is the most common attack she uses in close range. Most importantly, when the Queen stops attacking and looks upward, activate the Karasi's sword special attack and prevent her from activating her own special attack. If you spoke to Valuta, you will know that in order to defeat the Queen, you must defeat her drones. There are a total of 10 drones during the fight, which are summoned in 4 waves. 4 drones will be summoned in the first wave, 3 in the second, 2 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. You must rely on the Void archers that are in the room periodically to defeat these drones, as you cannot directly attack the drones yourself. Players with high combat will not necessarily have to survive all waves of drones, as the Queen may be defeated as early as the first wave. After you have killed the Pest Queen, her body explodes and all knights cheer. Speak to Jessica, Karasi, or Valuta, and a cutscene will play. Greyzag has been captured and is tied to a pillar. Valuta explains that she is the guardian of Guthix and could have easily handled the Queen herself if it weren't for her powers being drained by the food goo. She also explains that anyone who battles for balance is Valuta, including you. Due to Greyzag's long-lasting experiments, the dimensional barrier has been permanently weakened, which means that the pest invasions cannot stop, and that the Void Knights must continue their vigil still. The various orders of knights cannot agree on what to do with Greyzag, and start arguing until Karasi or Jessica interrupts them, after which they will leave the decision up to you. You will choose one of 4 fates. Any of the following fates will result in the same outcome. With the decision, the Knight Order Alliance is broken, and Tiffy and Aquarius leave, the latter warning not to mess with his business again. Congratulations, quest complete! The rewards for this quest are 1 quest point, 20,000 crafting experience, 20,000 construction experience, 20,000 firemaking experience, 20,000 magic experience, 20,000 summoning experience, 20,000 smithing experience, and 2 books of equilibrium, which are 50,000 combat experience in each combat skill over 75 or higher, except for Constitution. Karasi's sword and the ability to use Jessica's sword. The ability to upgrade your Void Knight armor for its elite version at a cost of 100 Void Knight commendation points, and 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. That's it for today's quest guide. Stay tuned for another, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. We'll see you then. Goodbye.